What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we are going to be back to work on the Ford F-150 Tremor. Finally got this thing painted. Now it's time to go ahead and slap everything back together. I gotta say, it turned out really good. The white paint just absolutely pops. Also, for the body work, it turned out really good. Check that out. Body line is perfect. Everything turned out as good as it could. Now it's time to just slap this thing back together. I think we are going to start off with this driver's side door because that's kind of where we left off. We just stripped it down, did the body work, shipped it off. And we do have a new mirror for it. So let's go ahead and reassemble this entire door. The new mirror right here. And there we have it. We have the whole entire driver door back together. I also went ahead and put on this Tremor logo. And man, I gotta say, everything turned out nicely. The mirror does work. The light was just on. Now it's time to move on to the front end. We have to do a little bit of disassembly. It turns out this right here needs to actually come off. It's the shutter. And basically you screw the grill onto the shutter and then you put everything in as one unit. So let's go ahead and remove this and get the grill bolted onto the shutter. So we got the entire grill all nice and back together and it looks really good. Got the camera on there, also got the little washer right here. Everything is bolted together. Now I think what we're gonna do is throw on the bumper first so we can go ahead and plug all this up easier because that grill right here covers all this up. And I might as well just put the bumper on, bolt everything up, and then we can put the grill on after. It's just gonna make everything a little bit easier. So let's go ahead and get the bumper out of the truck and get it installed. Or I think we do need to install a new wiring harness on that bumper. So let's just get it out and see what's going on with it. So we got the bumper out of the bag, and now it's time to go ahead and install our new wiring harness right here. And then we also got this little plastic piece that's basically gonna make this right here an opening because that is for a V8 truck and not a V6. So let's go ahead and install the wiring harness and this bracket and get this bumper on the truck. And check it out, we got the entire truck all back together up here in the front, except this little valance right here. We are still waiting on one of the brackets, which goes in from the back. So hopefully that comes in today. We can go ahead and throw that valance on. But now that we have the grill on, the bumper on, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the hood. As you guys know, these new Ford Tremors, they do have a hood vent right here and a bunch of this under stuff right here. So let's go grab the old hood, and then we can transfer everything from the old hood onto the new hood. So check it out, we got everything buttoned up in the front, got all the vents on, got all the little trim on the hood. Now what I want to do is go ahead and scan the truck again and see if we can clear those check engine lights, because as you guys know, we had 2 check engine lights. I think it was 2 codes. It was from the intercooler and then something else in the shutter. So let's go ahead and plug this up and see if we can get no lights on the dash on this truck. All right, hopefully no codes. And then we're gonna do this right here. This is pretty nice. You put this sucker down right here. We're gonna have a nice little table for our computer. Let's go ahead and clear everything. All right, now let's go ahead and start it up and see if there's any codes. And check it out, there's no check engine light anymore on the screen. Everything is good to go on this truck. So now that we have everything pretty much put together on the front end of this truck, and we also have no check engine light, no airbag light on here, we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next step, which is gonna be to put on these side steps right here. We have a side step for this side and then a side step for the driver's side. And then we also have this little under shield cover right here. So let's go ahead and install everything and continue buttoning up this truck. So we got both side skirts installed on the truck and it looks good. Now it's time to go ahead and install our leveling kit. I think it's a 1.5-inch leveling kit, and it's basically just going to level out the truck because the truck is kind of sitting like this. So let's go ahead and jack up these 2 front wheels and get this leveling kit installed. Check it out, guys. The F150 Tremor is complete except for two things. We are currently missing the fender liner over here, and that is because I thought the original one was good, but it turns out it does have a couple of tears over here, so we went ahead and ordered a new one from the dealer, and it should be here in a couple of days. But I just want to show you guys the finished product because I know a lot of people were asking where this truck was, but we got it all done. And also on this wheel right here, this is the full-size spare that comes with the truck, and it is missing the center cap, so that's basically the only thing this thing is missing here in the front. And man, I gotta say, this thing looks absolutely incredible. Look at that right there, the yellow with the white. Just, man, this thing is just an absolute beast. And I'm definitely have to invest a little bit more in some washing equipment, but it is like 50 degrees out here, so I didn't really want to spend too much time washing it. But we got everything back together on the truck. This thing is literally 99% complete. If it wasn't for those two little items, I mean, it would have been 100% complete. But look at this right here. Interior is all perfect. No lights on the dash. Everything looks absolutely amazing on this truck. But I gotta say, this truck was so much freaking work. I mean, we basically had to strip everything down to the bare bones. But honestly, it was a pretty cool experience. And I think it was a lot easier than like cutting and welding a new frame in, because down the road, you just have a lot of problems with like alignment, and you gotta pull it a little bit more. You gotta do that. Putting a brand new frame under a truck is probably one of the best things you can do if your truck was involved in an accident. And man, putting a brand new frame under your truck is probably one of the best things you can do after it was hit in the front. I mean, pulling it is good sometimes, but there's a certain limit to what you can't pull anymore. But bam, look at that right there. And you guys probably won't be seeing too much of this truck anymore. But look at that. The leveling kit absolutely looks amazing. Leveled it out perfectly. This thing is ready to go. So guys, that's gonna be a wrap for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. The Ford Tremor turned out absolutely amazing. And now that was actually a customer of mine's truck. It's not my truck. I wish it was, but you know what, sometimes you gotta do some customer jobs just to make some extra money. And it was actually really nice because I got to show you guys the entire frame swap process, and it turned out absolutely amazing. He picked up the truck, he absolutely loved it. Originally I was supposed to just do the frame swap, but I just decided, you know what, I'm just gonna go ahead and knock out everything, put the entire truck back together, give it that little vTuned touch. But it turned out super awesome. And now we do have two new builds coming in, which I'm super excited about. They're both my cars, so I think it's gonna be very fun. But if y'all enjoyed this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Also follow us on Instagram at vTuned. Thanks for watching.